And thank you, everybody, so much for joining us here. Vala. Wow, we've got the hyper carry is alive and available. Vala being taken. So it is going to be the Vala show. Deckard and Johanna just there to help Vala, just blow people up. So Vala really going to be the prime source here for X-Force to get things done. Tassadar, of course, he can get things done himself. He's got a lot of wave clear. He's going to be able to rotate between mid and bot and get that soak. Li Ming being taken out here. So looking for burst in against the Task Deckard, but that's a lot of healing on the side of X-Force. However, I feel like Potato Esports definitely has the firepower to eat through the Deckard healing and the Tassadar shield. So Vala is... if you get a good root on Vala, if Diablo is able to find somebody out of position, they're going to do a good job in taking out that point of the key point of X-Force's composition there. At the end of the game, we go looking at both of these teams. I'm going to go ahead and switch up the the overlay here before I forget. But going into this, obviously, we're going to want Diablo to sort of wreak havoc on X-Force. Just try and find that one person out of position. Try and find that one person against the wall. Try and find that one person they can flip. Li Ming able to demolish and very much punish whoever Diablo flips over. Phoenix is going to be good into the... I don't know what Phoenix is going to go as his level 1, but it will say a lot about his play style here. So we're going to check that out in just a moment as teams load into this game.
Prepare for combat.
And over here on the blue side, on the left, we've got Potato Esports with Bagatron on the Malfurion and Couchy playing the Phoenix, Mr. Seachel on the Dahaka, Threesis on the Li Ming, Infofox on the Diablo. And on the side of the red, we've got X-Force with Fizzy, CNT, DNC, I don't know what that means, on the Johanna, Disco on the Blaze, Basa on the Vala, Nova playing the Deckard, and Seki on the Tassadar. They're going to start bottom there. It looks like they're going to rush. Blaze going to take vision here mid to see when the rest of them are coming, but it's going to be an immediate push here. It looks like onto the bottom. Yeah, the tower's here. They're going to immediately get on her. Phoenix going Arsenal synergy. So yeah, he's looking to feel very safe in fighting that front line, blow up whatever target is presented to them. Couchy getting rooted there. Immediate jet propulsion follow-up. Phoenix has a teleport away, but Disco is in the middle of the enemy team. Threes is clearing that wave. Dahaka immediately went top and cleared that wave. I don't know that the rest of X-Force can get top in time to get that soak, so they're going to have to make up for it somehow. Couchy getting very, very low is going to back out. The Malfurion heals are there. Johanna soaking mid, and immediate XP advantage going over to the side of Potato Esports. Right, they're stepping up here. Bottom lane immediately started here. Infofox is going to take vision here and push some pressure onto Fizzy here, getting some blocks here on the Johanna. Johanna cares not for this. Infofox just getting up in everybody's face and messing with them. Li Ming starting the camp in mid here. Deckard throwing out potions, making sure everybody's going to be able to fight onto this lane. Full five potions out for Deckard Cain. Meanwhile, the Haka Blaze, one of the more boring matchups in the solo lane world. Threes is still working on the camp by themselves, but that does allow Phoenix time to clear this lane. Does allow time for Infofox to get some vision. They check on this camp down here, making sure they're not doing it. Both camps taken almost at the same time. But it looks like Infofox stepping way up onto this. They're going to be moving on to this point, and Hulky time, you can sign up to be a co-caster in NGS. Feel free to message me if you're already signed up. I'm willing to take co-casters anytime. Co-casting is always easier than solo casting, so I'd be more than happy to have you guys. There's a big stun onto Li Ming. No follow-up from Infofox, though. Didn't feel like it was the right place. Boss is stepping up, trying to get some damage on. Li Ming orb hits everybody. There's a flip onto Deckard Cain. Johanna, meanwhile, is in the backline. Infofox stepping back, getting the Tassadar slow, just allowing to whittle him down. The scroll of ceiling comes out. Couchy is out of shields, and they're going to have to back off, just whittling the team down. There's a big Leeming Orb, and Fizzy goes down, getting resets. Johanna comes down. The Leeming Orb lands on the Decker King, but he gets the shield, self-shields himself with the shield. But there's a stun on the Bossa. The flip, not in time. Vala almost goes down there, and that's a big kill going over to Potato eSports. Mr. Sichel up top. Couchy going to be clearing out mid. Blaze going to be taking top here against Mr. Sichel. I'm a little bit surprised about that. I think Dahaka eventually wins that. He's just clearing the lane first. Big amount of damage between the Arsenal synergy and the orb from Li Ming. There's the shield from Tassadar, not quite in time, and Bossa gets chunked out, but there's the rest of the heals up for them. But man, they are just doing an excellent job poking on the side of Potato eSports against this composition. It started to look like X-Force is whittling them down. The sustain damage from Vala just doing a number on them, but between the Leeming damage and the Phoenix damage, Potato eSports having a wonderful time here. Mr. Siegel just content to push out this lane, not really bothering to capture this point too often. He's going to make his way up there now, and it looks like they're going to make a move over on Johanna with a big flank. Uses the Iron Skin to engage with a Condemn. Is going to have to back up, take these potions here, getting plenty of shields from these potions, and they still hold yet again the poke from Potato eSports. Too much. The scroll of ceiling comes out, doesn't hit anybody. Meanwhile, Blaze has regained top. Not really going to threaten Dragonite. They're just whittling down this wall. Potato eSports right where they want to be. The camp should come up again for them soon. You expect them to take that in about 19 seconds or so. Not a whole lot going on. Phoenix versus Johanna. Phoenix getting Johanna very low. The Iron Skin is there in time, and Johanna gets out. Both teams finally, Dahaka goes up and grabs the altar, and the Dragon Knight is there, is able to stop Blaze from taking it back without too much trouble. He has plenty of essences, plenty of mana available. Blaze having a little bit of trouble up there. So Seattle just biding his time to cap that until they had an advantage. And Phoenix up here, they managed to hold this bottom without having Phoenix there, doing a really good job in that 1v1 against the Johanna. And this is going to be a front wall going down very quickly. Dragon going to start up top here. Disco very low on mana, going to be very difficult to defend this alone. Vala now making her way up here. Bossa going to be putting the damage down onto the Dragonite. Siege stepping way up. There's a jet propulsion, misses, collides against the wall instead. Meanwhile, though, Leeming trying to do damage on this Johanna. They're trying to body block. The Iron Skin is out. The damage, excuse me, not there in time. Forgot the hiccups. That sucks. Once again, it's going to be hiccup stream, hopefully not very long. Dragonite getting very low. 1 second left, and Phoenix gets out no problem. Malfurion just trying to root people, just trying to keep pressure onto this fort as they push 3 versus 3. Threesis is going to back up this as Blaze gets the soak top. Dahaka doing a little bit of double soak action. Dahaka can't always double soak exactly, but he's going to try his darndest here on this map. And it looks like the invade here. They've got the 10s, they've got the advantage. They're going to take their 10 advantage and invade this camp. X-Nova just throwing out some roots and some slows. Looks like he does not have the stacking quest. In fact, going to field study, going for scroll of ceiling for spell power for 14 seconds. That is a long time to have extra spell power, I gotta say. But both camps being taken here by Potato eSports. Potato eSports very much in charge of this game for the moment. Up 10s. They're going to take all 3 camps here in this bottom lane. And Johanna, meanwhile, has to soak mid. Going to make her way down. I don't know if they're going to find a flank on this. The 10s are going to be up very soon. They will be able to fight off of this if they so choose. Tassadar trying to find some vision. Infobox stepping way up here, doing a little bit of anchoring. Gonna back up to his team. The scroll ceiling comes out. The heal reduction is there on the Diablo. The lightning breath comes out. Diablo getting very low, but the heals are there in time to stay a while. Listen, only hits the front lane. It's going to be able to use as a disengage here. The scroll of ceiling shields 2 people up. The damage is out, but the essence is there. And Vala, meanwhile, Li Ming and Phoenix find the kill. The Purification Salvo is out. Johanna goes down. Li Ming out in the back, getting those resets. Then a little bit of trouble taking those tower shots, but Threesis is going to be just fine. The fort though, is going to be going down, and that's 2 kills to 0 for Potato eSports. Dahaka resumes his soaking abilities as a free fort goes over to Potato eSports. The shrines are up, and Potato eSports still in charge of this game, using their advantage on the map to their best ability. Meanwhile, Blaze versus Dahaka. Blaze is trying to make something happen, trying to force Dahaka's heal health pool down, but he has so much essence. Dahaka going for that extra health with tissue regeneration. They're going to grab bottom. They're going to grab top. But X-Force really not able to make anything happen. Johanna even zoned out here, not able to interrupt, and just probably the freest Dragon Eye I've seen in a while. Not even a fight put up coming from X-Force, even down this 12 to 11 talent here. They're playing a little bit scared right now, and this Dragon Knight is going to make quick work of this fort. All right. The fort being taken down. They're going to move down bottom and push this bottom wall in. They've got 45 seconds. They could make a bottom wall push happen. Infofox just pushing everybody out here on this Diablo. Looking at the 10s, no surprises. However, Li Ming holding her 13. I'm not sure if, yeah, she still wants to go for Illusionist. There's a big stun into the wall. Fizzy uses the Iron Skin to get away from the root and the shield. Dragon comes in for the kick, does not in time to the Iron Skin lasting a little bit longer. Archon being out for a task start, so looking for that extra auto attack damage. And no real surprises coming out from the heroics on both sides. This Dragon Knight, 9 seconds left. They're going to get the front wall of this keep, and that's pretty much what Potato eSports want. They're up 13. They're pressuring this keep. They're pushing up. They're leaving now. They don't have any more minions. I don't think X-Force wants to engage here, and in fact, Potato eSports now going to be grabbing this camp. Oh, Blessed Shield whiffs. They try for the blind Blessed Shield into the push. The Lightning Breath comes out, not going to be stopped by Stay a While and Listen. However, the rest of the team stopped in their tracks, but Deckard Cain getting very low thanks to the Phoenix damage of Couchy, who was not caught in that. Johanna stuck up front. She's going to be the one to follow. Diablo crushes her against the wall. Tassadar uses his Dimensional Sift to get away. Liming throws out Norman and it hits, but still not a whole lot of damage on the Taster. But Johanna is gone, and they're going to be pushing onto this wall. Li Ming damage coming out for Disco. Jet Propulsion puts him whip, doesn't find the stun, gets the flip. Disco is going to go down here. Does he get away? He manages. Oh, almost gets away. Li Ming finds the teleport, and actually it's the Moonfire that finishes off the Blaze. Jet Propulsion not hitting anybody and puts Blaze into a dangerous position. Finally, they grab this camp after the failed engage there coming out from X-Force. And surprised more damage hasn't been done to this keep. Looks like Malfurion having to back up for mana, but X-Force now on this camp up top. That's going to leave them to push in with this giant camp here. They're saying, you know, I dare you. They realize nobody is on the map. There's a flip on the Johanna. Johanna taking a ton of damage, uses Iron Skin, gets out the Jet Propulsion. Again, misses and puts him even further in danger. The Gleaming Orb misses as well. So no follow-up damage on here. And they're trying to keep these Giants safe as they're throwing rocks onto this keep as much as they can. But they are going to back off and we just wait for 16 here. As the shrines come up, Dahaka all alone getting this beautiful, beautiful XP. Going to take the shrine up here, uncontested. Blaze finally making his way up. Sechel trying to clear out this top bruiser camp pushing. They're waiting for them to maybe get on that point, but no. They get on the dragon point, dragon shrine, and Infofox steps on here uncontested. Li Ming and Malfurion grabbing this camp up here, and they're going to have a camp pushing bottom with the siege. Dahaka up here top, finally clearing this camp. Going to be able to get onto, I think he's going to be able to bully Blaze off of that point at any time. And meanwhile, X-Force realize they're down 16-13. They've got Johanna scouting, and they're just soaking for all they're worth. And they're trying to make sure nobody makes the rotate top, because Blaze can hold this point. And I don't know if Dahaka can bully him off there or not, but Blaze will be able to hold it for a long time if he wants to give his life for it. And they're just pushing up. Potato eSports realizing they have control here. A big stun against Johanna in the flip. Johanna getting his Iron Skin, throws out a stun onto Phoenix, trying to interrupt the Purification Salvo, not going to happen, and instead Vala and Johanna both go down. Decker Kane hunted down Couchy along with the Haka, just putting on a clinic here. Blaze getting punished way up here. Disco not going to make it out alive, and that's a full team and wipe. Tranquility is up, going to keep everybody alive. You've got a Bruiser camp. You've got a Siege camp pushing under. 12 seconds until Vala is left, and this is going to be a quick game number 1 going over to Potato Esports. Wow, what a game from them. This is Potato Esports map pick, but X-Force thought they had the advantage with first pick on this map. It was not to be the case. They're going to find Vala very quickly, and the hyper carry comp not happening as Potato Esports take game number 1. All right. Take a look at the scores here. And yeah, 11 kills to 0. Wow, a full shutout here for Potato Esports in game number 1. There's the talent screen for you to check it out. We're going to update the score here. Potato Esports up 1. The next map is going to be Infernal Shrines. This is X-Force's map pick, so let's see if they can bring it back on their map. But until then, I'm going to give a brief break, and we're going to be right back with more NGS action here with Potato Esports versus X-Sports map number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Both teams are ready. In we go to Infernal Shrines. The second game here. This is X-Force's map pick. And we're going to see how the draft goes this time. I wonder if we're going to see the same 4 bands. We've seen the same 4 bands pretty much every game, except for my first game. There was one different, but Yrel, Genji, Raynor, and Asmodan being the most banned heroes at the moment. So we're going to see if that trend continues. And man, real rough. Oh, I got to show the draft, don't I? Real rough game number 1 there for X-Force, just sort of taken out at every turn. And really, I don't think it was a draft composition so much as Potato Esports able to punish them for mistakes and then take advantage of that with their macro just to push the advantage here. They just had a plan and they ran everything perfectly on the side of Potato Esports. So very good game coming out from them. Yrel being the first ban out. I assume we're going to see the James Raynor. Maybe a Genji. Oh, goodness. Okay, the first ban coming out from X-Force is going to be Asmodan. They don't want to see him on this map. Yet another map where Asmodan could be really rough. A lot of options for stacking, a lot of way here. We're going to see if this is going to be a James Raynor or a Genji. You never know. There's a lot to choose from between those two. Watch, they're going to make a fool of me by picking somebody else. Yep, there it is. There's the Phoenix Bansons. It looks like they think Phoenix is just very powerful at the moment. Immediate, looks like a first pick from them, but they don't want it first pick. They view it, I think, as a good first, second pick, maybe. But not wanting to give up the Phoenix, instead wanting to ban out their own. And maybe they just want the Raynor or the Genji here. And they're not going to, they're going to leave one of them open. So Blaze immediately banned out. That's a good ban. Blaze is strong on this map, and a lot of other options for them. So not wanting to leave it up for their second and third on Potato Esports. So Potato Esports, what's their first pick? What are they most scared of? And what do they think is the most valuable at the moment? All right. Alex Straza immediately being taken out, and I would be very surprised if we didn't see a Deckard Cain pick appear immediately on the side of X-Force. All right, we're going to do Diablo Deckard. Yep, there it is. And Diablo very strong with Deckard. I don't know if they're going to go... there's always the option of the Stay a While and Listen and the Apocalypse combo coming out from those two, but Lightning Breath works just as well. Usually Deckard, we see Stay a While and Listen. Occasionally we see the Lornado, but we're going to see what Deckard goes with. And now, it's Potato Esports... What's left for them here? They go for the Dahaka Anubarak immediately, so getting very aggressive here. We saw a lot of Anubarak in the Eastern Clash this weekend, so maybe they feel like Anubarak is one of the more powerful heroes at the moment. Maybe they saw some of that and decided to work on that. And maybe they see that into the Diablo Cocoon or the Deckard Cocoon can do a lot of work. Jaina being banned out there. Interesting that they don't want to take the Jaina, because with the Deckard and the Diablo setup, even if it's not Apocalypse, I used to see a lot of Stay a While and Listen Apoc ring combos, but even with Jaina follow-up damage onto the Deckard, Stay a While and Listen, or even into Lightning Breath, Jaina would be very powerful for them. So maybe not looking to play that into the Anubarak, but I feel like she'd be such a good pick for them. So interesting. So they're banning out the Cho'Gall. Oh my god, this is a Cho'Gall. This is a Cho'Gall. They picked up the Anubarak for the Cocoon. I don't know why I didn't see that. I thought, oh, with Alex Straza, even into Deckard, they could be going Cho'Gall, and then they picked up the Anubarak. I'm like, whatever. But Gall will be the only damage source for them. But if that's the case, but the Haka, and they're thinking about it. They realize it. The Malthael ban tips them off a little bit, and they're going to see if they still go for it, or if they were even thinking about it at all. Malthael, maybe they were trying to bait out the Cho'Gall pick. They're trying to say, hey, let's make them think that we're going for Cho'Gall at the moment, and they do not. They instead get Genji Hanzo into a Tychus Leoric. I still like that, actually. Having the Leoric is still good. Tychus is still good on this map, so really strong picks from X-Force there to deal with that. Tychus is good on this map. Leoric will probably beat Dahaka in lane. And into the Hanzo, Leoric damage reduction is going to do a lot of work onto the Hanzo and probably the Genji, so I do like that from them. So no Cho'Gall from them. And Kerrigan, hello. Well, this is very interesting. Kerrigan being taken here. That's a lot of CC on them. They've got the Diablo, they've got the Deckard Root, and Deckard Root is such a good setup for Kerrigan combo. We're going to see if it works out against the Shamana brothers, who do have a lot of mobility and can dodge away from her at the, for sure. Anubarak Cocoon is going to be interesting. I forget if Cocoon actually works. I assume it works on the Odin, so you can always Cocoon the Odin. You can always Cocoon the Leoric if you're worried about damage reduction. You can use it in a lot of different ways, but we're going to see what Infofox goes with here on their side, but Genji Hanzo, very potent. Alex Straza, though, into Deckard can be rough. So if that, in fact, was a Cho'Gall pick, with the thought that Alex Straza into Deckard is no problem because you've got a Cho'Gall, we've got Lifebinder. I wonder if that maybe have hindered their plans. So the Alex Straza into the Deckard giving me the most concern at the moment for Potato Esports, but into the game we go, and here on the side of heaven we've got Potato Esports with Threeses on the Hanzo, eBagatron on the Alex Straza, Mr. Sijo playing the Dahaka, Couchy on the Genji, and Infafox AFK in base here on the Anubarak. And on the side of hell, we've got X-Force with Seki on the Tychus, Nova playing the Deckard Cain, Disco on the Leorix, Fizzy playing the Diablo, and Basa playing that spicy Kerrigan. Loving it. All right, we're going to see the talents for level 1 here. Hanzo going the full W build, it appears. Alex Straza going for the Gift of Life build. All right, Hanzo with the big voice line there coming out from Threeses. And both teams are just going to kind of clash here in the middle. 4-man for Potato Esports. Dahaka soaking up top. I don't know if that's going to force X-Force to actually miss a wave of soak up top here. They're missing at least 1 minion. And we have a pause here. So I have been assured that I can, in fact, chat with the players, so I can do the countdown. We do have, we're waiting for one person to reconnect at the moment. And looking at this composition, looking at this format already, I do feel like Potato Esports, their macro game is going to be very strong in this map. Their macro game on Dragonshire was incredibly good, and that's what allowed them to win that game. And on the side of X-Force, they have a lot of execution to pull off with the Kerrigan. Who is going to be the Kerrigan target? You've got the Anubarak, the Dahaka. The Kerrigan jumps in at the wrong time. You've got 3 stuns waiting there. You've got the Anubarak Q. Dahaka can immediately follow it up with a stun and with a tongue. And Anubarak can then follow it up with a burrow charge. Okay. All right, looks like the players are going to count us in here. All right, everybody is back, and we are back in the game here. Looks like teams are going to be rotating here, mid and bot as per usual. Genji going to be roaming a little bit more, catching that mid soak and possibly denying it to Rex of X-Force. I like that laning coming out from them. Dahaka gets the flip onto Nubrek. Infafox still has his burrow charge out. Kerrigan coming in for a combo. Not quite going to land here. He's trying to pull him back, maybe not going for the full combo on Basa. And Genji just sort of all up here all alone. Seki making the rotation up top. And Dahaka Lyric pushing this lane way in against Sichel here, but Sichel does not seem to mind. And Camp's possibly BB going for here on X-Force. They're thinking about it. And Fox checking it out, making sure that nobody is doing it. Basa just going to try and clear this. They don't know where any of the enemy is, and they're not trying to get the camp themselves. Nova being a little careful here. Diablo finally finding out where Nubrak is, and the immediate jump onto the Nubrak gets the burrow charge out. The seal scoring not following up in time. And meanwhile, Potato Esports have grabbed their camp. Stepping up onto the camp here. They're trying to start this camp. They kill one of the members and they're pushed off immediately. Potato Esports takes full control of this. They got their level 4s ahead of level 3 here, so they're able to have a slight advantage onto this camp and take it if they so choose. So they're going to have 2 camps pushing mid here. Once this is gained, the Shrine is active, and X-Force just doesn't care. They're just soaking. Seki just sitting out here, waiting it out. Now, what you normally want to do here is you want to try and get vision of the fountain here so that these Kaza camps will immediately attack it and start killing well, but they do get immediate vision of this tower, and they're burning it down. Tychus not able to AoE damage everybody here. He's the only one cleaning up at the moment. Trying his top. Lyric has his pushed in, but Sicil's done a good job of freezing the lane. Not a single scratch on either of the wall here's. Genji going way in against the Kerrigan. Couchy in trouble. Finds the cyber agility over the wall. Bassa does not have the combo up to get the Genji, or chooses not to use it. Oh, there's an attack onto Nubrak. Immediately, Burrow charges out. And finally making their way up top here, Leoric way alone. 3 members of Potato Esports on the Shrine already. Immediate Burrow charge against the combo, but still gets comboed in. He has to use his Essence Diablo coming in for the flip into the root. No follow-up damage here for Sicil, and really that's the trouble with the Tychus Kerrigan. Tychus not there with his minigun in time to do damage, and Kerrigan really the only other burst damage on their team. So once that combo is out, they do not have the burst damage available to them. Disco getting way out, uses the Wraithwalk to get away. Couchy is trying to finish it off. Dragon is popped. They're going to have to back out into Alexstrasza's Dragon, but Disco not in time to go down. There's a big stun from the Nubrak, hitting 3 people with his Impale. They're going to make it out just fine. Everybody out of mana. They have to tap. They have to come back. Leoric going to be back very soon. That's the benefit of having a Leoric on your team. And back immediately going to rake wall out, though. Diablo finds a charge on Infofox, getting a ton of damage from Burrow charges out. There's the combo, and they find the kill onto a Nubarak. And immediately followed up by Alexstrasza. So they wait out the Dragon. They take minimal losses. They make an immediate re-engage and find a good target. X-Force taking control of the Shrine. Dahaka down here bottom, making it clear. And Frozen Punisher very quickly going over to X-Force. Lyric going to branch off. Dahaka going to branch off. Sicil has a lot of push going down here. You can get a lot of work done on this structure, but Lyric will probably make... Oh, I missed Genji. Got killed by this Punisher. Nubrak gets punished as well. John Cena, they kill the sidewall and make an immediate jump on here. Kerrigan is deadly on this map if you're not careful. And if you forget what Kerrigan is like in the flip into the root, John Cena once again finds somebody else to punish, and that's 3 deaths in a row. This is an easy fort, and that's what X-Force wants from this first fort.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
All right. Both of these laners just getting some soak, but a full level lead thanks to that structure for X-Force. They're making their way to a mid-rotation for now. But a quick rotation here onto Disco, but their counter rotation coming out. There's the Diablo getting a flip onto Dahaka. It has to Burrow to get the health out, but they're going to just eat through this health. So much damage going out. Couchy trying to find a kill onto Disco. Gets a Swift Strike through, but the Oric is going to survive for now. The Deckard Cain heals are there. And Couchy taking a lot of damage. There's the Emerald coming out, trying to keep Couchy from getting that healing. The 75% heal reduction from the Emerald Gem. A key component here for X-Force. All right, there's a big pull onto the Nubrak. Infofox getting very low. There's the flip. Gets him out. He does not get back into his base, and Infofox having very much trouble staying alive in this Nubrak. The Burrow charge is just not enough, and 10s are now online for X-Force. They've got a kill. They've got the 10s. They've got map control. They've got this camp. They've got so much going for them, and in fact, it is going to be a stay while in APOC along with the Entomb. So Entomb into Apocalypse and stay a while, making sure that nobody can follow up in that. Odin obviously being picked up here, a very good siege and anti-siege tool on this map as well. So free camp here for X-Force. The Orca to grab his camp and another camp going over. That's 3 quick camps going over to X-Force. However, Potato Esports finally have got their 10s on lane. They can make an engagement if they want to. But Couchy giving the big spray over. The spray back coming out from Fizzy as they clear these camps up. But now the heroes themselves are pushing on here. And Nubrak Burrow charges in over to get the stun from across the way. The Dragon Arrow comes out, stuns 2 people. There's the fall from Genji. A Stewa immediately happening. Gonna save Sexy's life. Seki getting a ton of damage, but there's the Entomb APOC combo. The Burrow means that it's going to miss the Haka, but Infofox caught way out. The Lifebinder is happening, though. It goes and it connects. Basa getting very low on that Kerrigan. Going to have to back out of the fight. The X-Strike to escape, I believe. I don't think it was really to burst down Lyric. Lyric's going to survive. A ton of everybody's heroic being used. Nobody dying. What a brawl from both of these teams. And, oh my goodness. We're going to see X-Force pushing in middle. It's Potato eSports going to be starting this trend. They get an advantage. Deckard had to back. He's going to make his way back here. Disco immediately getting in onto the shrine, trying to push them out. Potato eSports backs out. But Sichel is trying to get put pressure on the front line over here on the right, but the scroll of ceiling goes down, hits two, Dahaka in trouble. Bro coming out, the dragon is here, and Leoric taking a ton of damage. They're going to want to back off from this dragon, but the pull-in from the Kerrigan hits two people. There's a stale while and listen, going to put two people to sleep, but not enough to save Basa Infofox going down, but not before getting a ton of damage onto Disco. Leorics go down as well. Infofox getting the Lifebinder to stay alive. Seki is going to be next, and Potato eSports is striking back. They're going to get this shrine easily cleared by them. They're going to have a Punisher pushing with two dead here. Dahaka, meanwhile, Burrows up top, going to get the soak here up top, preventing them from pushing onto this keep. They're going to wait a little bit before grabbing this Punisher. It's going to push this lane a little bit forward. It looks like they might have been waiting not just for lane push, not just for XP from Dahaka, not just 13, but also Dahaka's dig to be up. It looks like he has 27 seconds still left on it, so going to be a bit before he's going to be able to join the team. He's going to be facing off against this Leoric in mid, and X-Force simply give up this fort.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Okay. We have Giant Cena finally pushing in with this Punisher. They've got the 13 level advantage. They're going to use this advantage to take this camp. If this Punisher, probably not going to get a lot more. It's going to get jumped over the wall. They're not going to get a whole lot of damage on this front wall. However, they decide that this camp is more valuable. And in fact, they're going to decide to push on this front wall instead of the keep wall and maybe put some more pressure here mid. This Punisher could spawn here mid next, and they were very close, so I do like this decision. They do get the front wall entirely. That gate goes down. Genji looking to snipe the well. Couchy finds it. Only taking one tower shot and uses his deflect to block it. X4 though stepping up, trying to keep this minion off their base. Disco maybe looking for a flank, an immediate swift strike from Couchy onto the Leoric, trying to punish him. The Drain Hope is there, and Disco heals himself back up. All right, Potato eSports finding themselves a camp. X-Force going to be immediately taking this camp. They're probably going to wait to cap it for a while. This minion is taking a while. The Haka left on his own fighting this minion. It's going to be quite a while before the Haka grabs it. In fact, he is just, yeah, he decides not to let it leash. He lets it leash. He can't kill it on his own. He's looking for help. And there's 5 members here trying to clear this camp. They did, in fact, cap it early, so it is not going to be it's not going to be pushing during the Punisher phase, which, not surprising, this Punisher is going to be top. So maybe not a whole lot of value letting it push with them at the same time as the objective. Meanwhile, they're just clearing their lanes here. They've got the fight on the same talent tier, but X-Force just kind of holding off on their engage for now. Diablo comes in against the Genji, who is off their laning, and he immediately swift strike out. He's going to be just fine. And really, X-Force playing the waiting game, preferring maybe to give this Punisher up, maybe to make a bigger play, to try and get 16 after the Punisher and make a case for fighting, getting the 21st going into late game. But no, they're going to look for a party bush here. Nubrak immediately found out that's not where Diablo wants to be. Not really a party bush so much as trying to stay off the map and trying to clear out this lane. This lane not pushing during the objective once again, so X-Force clears it probably for free. However, Potato Esports now have 16, and now they may be threatening this fort. Disco still looking for that flag. Disco making the Wraith walk in. He goes in. He's going to find himself in a tune. He's just going to damage reduce everybody on his way to the team. As he backs off, not going to be wanting to fight this down 16 just quite yet. Shrines are coming up, and X-Force still does not have the advantage to get onto that tower. I imagine if they soaked enough here, they could get it. I don't know if they'd get it before the Punisher was captured. Because he finds a stun into Nubrak, but that's going to be it. Fizzy, interesting build here, going for the 2W talents, but then going APOC and going for the Devastating Charge build. And so he's looking to get stacks off of that, so his Devastating Charge is just that more devastating. However, Potato Esports, they start up this camp, and Hanzo making quick work of it. Kerrigan just trying to clear that out. Diablo tries to find a stun against Threes as Threes backs out and finds it. His way to safety. Infovox burrows in, and they're trying to put the punish on. The Dragon Arrow comes out and stops the Lyoric Disco in the backline, just reducing everybody's damage. However, Tychus is Cocoon, Infovox out in front, and Bassa goes down. They find the damage onto the Kerrigan, but Sichel is next. He uses his S's. He is back up to full. Between that and the Lifebinder, he survives. Disco going down. Lyoric taking down. Infovox taking a ton of damage, but he's going to be fine. They find the Swift Strike onto the Tychus. The Burrow to try and finish off the kill. Seki is going to survive for now, but Diablo goes down in the meanwhile. They're making their way over the Tychus. Hanzo arrow just misses. They almost find the kill on Hanzo, but that's a free fort and a free Punisher after that team fight going over to Potato Esports. All right, and it looks like they're going to be getting back onto the shrine here to Haka. Immediate engage here. Alex Straza goes down. There's the Kerrigan damage you're talking about. Infovox is next. Genji Swift Strikes through the whole team. Couchy trying to stay alive, trying to get the poke damage down. Here's a Burrow charge. Dragon Arrow follow-up is going to kill Dahaka, and is going to kill Lyoric, but Dahaka and the Nubrak go down in the meantime, and that's an advantage going over to X-Force. Wow, Potato Esports staying a little bit too long. They're not being able to get this. Hanzo may be able to clear this out. He may be giving his life for this, trying to use a scatter arrow to get as much damage as possible. Are they going to be able to kill him in time? 38, get 2 more. They only find 1. And Genji, the only one left. Is he going to dive in? No, he does not have the health to do so. And 1 skeleton away. And thank you, Aurora, for Nexus Gaming Series for the big raid. Thank you all so much for joining me. Welcome, everyone, to Potato Esports versus X-Force, and this is a crazy back and forth game here as X-Force, fighting their way back into this game, has a Punisher pushing onto this keep. Punisher pushing down. They may go for it. You have to be very careful for that wall. Yeah, they're pinging to clear that bottom wall out so they can get the Kerrigan jump and follow up onto whatever stun happens. Here's the Wraithwalk coming out, trying to reduce everybody's damage, trying to keep everybody from punishing his Punisher too much. The Entomb stops people from getting damage on the Punisher. Sichel taking a ton of damage. The Lifebinder is out, even though he had Essence. The Dragon Arrow coming through. Bassa in trouble. Kerrigan goes down thanks to the X-Strike from Genji. Couchy finding the damage, does not find the return kill onto Couchy. This Punisher hitting this keep, but this keep probably going to survive. Some quick thinking there. Finds the kill onto Kerrigan, not even able to pop her ultimate. The Odin finding damage. Couchy maybe looking for more, getting some poke. The Scroll of Sealing comes out. Going to be stop them in their tracks. No real charge, no follow-up coming out from them. But Potato Esports, they made some missteps there. They lost that shrine fight, but they're coming back into this game. Lyoric getting burst down here, but he Wraith walks away to safety. There is a camp invade here. They are looking to get 20. They take the advantage here while they are up a man. a Shaman camp being taken. This wave is still pushed way forward. This top lane is so pushed out into Potato Esports. They're able to clear this for free, but there is a Shaman for the side of taken away really from X-Force. Anubrak is clearing top here while the rest of the team tries to decide what they want to do here regarding camps. They've got 20. They can basically dictate the pace of the map at this point, but Anubrak is not there. And down 20, 4v5 is going to be an even fight, so I don't know how long they want to stay here. They do get rooted with the Scroll of Seeing, but they get the camp and they get out scot-free. I don't think they realized where the rest of the team was, and a little bit of a sneaky play here coming out from Potato Esports. All right, we've got people pushing on this fort. Kazra, the little goat men with their spears, pushing pressure here mid. The next shrine is going to be bottom, and that's a lane that's pushed all in. So really, top or bottom would be bad for them right now. Of course, the last Punisher was top, so don't expect it to be bottom. All right, there's the Scroll of Sealing. Nothing doing there. At level 20, Potato Esports can just really do what they want. They're pushing in onto this wall. They're using their 20. Odin could be popped here if they really wanted to get a lot of siege damage. They're probably saving it for the Shrine. Leoric is bottom, trying to clear that bottom lane, trying to get experience. Dahaka, meanwhile, though, able to watch this flank. Disco trying to maybe look for a flank that they could work on there. But here's a flip and stun onto Anubrak. A Cocoon comes out, Dragon Arrow to save him. There's a back out, the rewind here for Anubrak. The Lifebinder goes out, not going to get any value. Stay a while, listen though, whiffs and doesn't get any value. But Bagatron going down, Alex Straza way out in front. Anubrak going to follow. And Potato Esports have no tools to stop this counter engage from X-Force. There's the Entomb, silence, buried alive from Dahaka. There's that 20 talent from Lyric paying off. And X-Force once again turning the tide of this game. This is a huge wave top, but they're instead going to go straight for this keep, it looks like. No, they're going for the camp. No, they're going to go right past the camp. Yeah. Not surprised her. Yeah, Odin going to be able to siege this keep down in no time. Easy keep for them. Leoric getting all those skeletons, so that is going to be a Punisher pushing bottom. Good news for Potato Esports. The Punisher will be pushing onto a full fort, full wall, along with keep. Wow, Disco caught way out here alone on this, and it looks like they're going to Dragon's Arrow, the play of the game. Not really necessary, but he uses it anyway. He's going to find the kill onto Leoric. Leoric almost gets this, but a quick heads-up play from Potato Esports, realizing that Leoric very much alone and his team far away from them get the kill. That's going to be a big kill. However, this camp pushing up top going to be trouble. Although they have a Dahaka. Really, that's the thing coming out for Potato Esports. They have a Dahaka. This Shrine here, they're trying to get on it. I don't know if they can get the Punisher, but they can get kills. There's a ton of damage coming out. The X-Strike is going to kill Kerrigan, the APOC, for the counter engage, but not enough damage coming out. Fizzy is going to go down. Leoric is going to go down. That is going to be a 4-0 here for Potato Esports. And once again, the game flipped. Oh, a big shot from Hanzo onto the Tychus, and that's a... I mean, it was a full... everybody was dead. It's so hard with Leoric knowing whether he's dead or not because his timer does not appear on the UI. But this is 5 men pushing with the Punisher here. They do have cats to worry about, but it probably not for a while. Only one catapult right now is even on the core. It's not even hitting the core. This keep is going down. The Entomb comes out, silences 2 people, but Leoric is going to be going down instead. The Dragon's Arrow misses, but Diablo probably going to fall here. This is probably going to be game number 2 going over Potato Esports. Yeah, Diablo goes down. Everybody is dead. They've got Dragon. They can simply hammer away on this core. Game number 2 going over to Potato Esports, and that is going to be a domination from them. Excellent call from them. Very close game, but this is going to be Potato Esports to win. Excellent play by them. Finally, never giving up, never saying die, and they get the kill at the crucial moment, and they snowball it. looks like X-Force maybe at the end just got a little bit frazzled with that Leoric kill and just tried to do a little bit too much at the end. And we are going to see if we can get ourselves a interview with the wonderful Kaushi here with 54 viewers on the Nexus Gaming Series. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to see if Kaushi will join us. Going to get into the NGS lobby just in case. Okay, we're going to see if someone else... Okay, it looks like we're going to be joined by Seachel here from Potato eSports. Seachel, welcome to the Nexus. How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you, man?
I'm doing excellent. That was an exciting game from you guys going up 2-0. How are you feeling about those matches?
Feeling pretty good. We actually haven't played together all that much. And kind of a new team. And we just came together. We showed really strong the first day. We ended up splitting 1-1 in the other two matches, and then this one we obviously won both of them, which we were happy about. I think we got maybe slightly cocky coming into the second match and started snowballing the wrong way.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, Infernal Shrines, I'm going to start off with this, and you feel free to lie and say no confidently, but was this a Cho'Gall pick coming out from you guys?
I'm going to lie and say no.
Okay, all right, that's fair. So not a Cho'Gall pick coming out from them, but you guys handled it well. Was Alex Straza, your Alex Straza player, concerned about the Emerald talent from Deckard coming out there?
Yeah, we definitely talked about that. We were contemplating our first pick, and just overall draft strategy, we decided it was worth that risk to take the Alex Straza, to leave some certain things open to, maybe get an easy win before the game even starts. But they did a great job drafting and keeping us on our toes there.
Yeah. Now, Kerrigan is something that's kind of an older school way of approaching Infernal Shrines, and you guys had a healer that did not have cleanse. What was the idea to deal with the CC, the incredible amount of CC on their team?
Yeah, it was mostly let's get them poked and let's get some Genji kills and start getting some resets and kind of snowball from there. We made a couple over extensions at times, and then definitely got punished by that just CC lockdown that they had. But I mean, we were able to come back and get the win.
All right, yeah, and Kauchi played an excellent game on Genji, really able to pick people out of the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, him and Threesis, it was amazing, and really they won us the game there at the end with making the split-second decision to go for that Leo on the bottom shrine, and picked up the kill to kind of snowball us for that win off that bottom Punisher. Yeah,
walk me through that. You guys are a relatively new team. Who's doing the calling for you at the moment?
A little bit of everybody giving input. It's mostly Kauchi and Threesis that are shouting out some of the macro things, with InfoFox doing a little bit more of the micro and helping with the macro. And then really everybody's participating, and then it's just, solo lane just throwing out when people are rotating, missing, that kind of stuff. So a lot of input from everybody. Seems to be working out pretty well. Okay,
so it was basically your shot callers that realized, because X-Force not able to rotate in time to save that Leo, so very good call by them.
Yeah. I mean, they were split second. I think it was Threesis or Kauchi, I forget which one, said, "Oh, we can kill this Leo," and then just instantly they both rotated to him and were able to pick it up. Some great Hanzo play.
Yeah, and I have one more question about the Infernal Shrines game. You guys won it looks like you won a team fight on the top Punisher Shrine. And then you guys decided to stay quite a while, and X-Force was able to turn it in on you instead of you guys all rotating back to the objective. Did they catch you off guard there? What was the communication like in that moment?
So the communication was split soak, and then it was maybe dead silence for like 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden we said, "Hey, they're all back up. We shouldn't be pushing their keep wall." and then it was kind of too late at that point. So it was just one of those. I think as we play together a little bit more, some of those rough edges will go away.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like it was a weird lull in the game. I actually paused to grab some water myself, so when they re-engaged on you, I was not prepared for an immediate call there. So good play by them.
It was a very good play by them, but I think like I ended up having Burrow back up, so I burrowed in behind him, and I ended up missing pretty much everything. And I think if I hit my isolation and tongue, we probably end up turning that with the Genji, but they did well, locked us down, we overstayed, and they punished us well for it.
Yeah, and looking back at Dragonshire, that was a very quick game for you guys. Do you guys prioritize Phoenix very heavily at the moment?
We think she's good. If the draft fits well, I think it works well, but if you don't have the right tools on the team, Phoenix is just your average hero. So yes and no, it depends on the situation.
Okay.
In the right situation, she's great.
Yeah, and Couchy very confident on that Phoenix, going Arsenal synergy, able to get those shots in against the front line. Pretty much felt very safe in against the Johanna Blaze. So very interesting from them. But you guys had to deal with the Vala Tassadar there, the hyper carry coming out from X-Force. Is this something we're still seeing?
It seems like it, especially in like the high end NGS type stuff, it seems to work pretty well. It definitely gave us a second thought of like, that was interesting. But I mean, we handled it very well. So I mean, we weren't too worried, but I think it's definitely something to keep an eye on moving forward, because it definitely can be super strong.
Awesome. All right, well, I have no more questions for you, but we do have a big NGS host here. So we got a lot of viewers, so any shout-outs from you?
Yeah, I would just like to give a huge shout out to all the guys on Potato eSports. Let me come in and play. It's been quite the experience. Huge shout out to X-Force for the match, you for casting, NGS for everything that they do. It's been quite a ride, and we're excited for the rest of the season.
All right, well, it's been my pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me, Sichel. Congrats on your 2-0 win, and thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, Ghost Dunk.
All right, later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sichel, the member of Potato eSports there. He is the off laner. Yes, he is the Dahaka in both instances. So thank you guys so much for joining me. What a set of games there. That was very, very exciting. And thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you stick around. I will be rating somebody else casting. I do believe there are more games happening at the moment. I'm going to find one as soon as I jump off here. So stick around. I'll send you off to another channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think that is going to do it here. Nothing more from me. Some very exciting games. One Stomp in one game that was very back and forth. And no, Phoenix is not a girl. I was not going to bother correcting anybody during the interview. Is not a problem for me. But that is going to do it for me. Once again, we've got Potato eSports going up 2-0 over X-Force. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out NexusGamingSeries.com. We've got 180 teams across 7 divisions. And I will be casting so much of those games in the following months, weeks and months, leading up all the way to BlizzCon, actually. So nobody's having a championship at BlizzCon, but the season's gonna end like just before BlizzCon will comes up. So stick around for all that. Make sure to follow me if you like this cast, because I will be casting more games. Hit the follow button if you're watching this on Twitch, and if you are watching this in YouTube, make sure to go to twitch.tv/ghostdunk. Other than that, you can go to twitter.com/illuminatedwax. Follow me there. And yeah, that's about it. Make sure to stick around, guys. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good night.